This isn't just another Volvo. This is my 2006 Volvo S60R, the original project of Tank Garage. 5 years ago, I purchased this car with a dream in mind to make one of the craziest, baddest S60Rs out there. From taking it apart in my driveway, to having it towed 3 times to have work done by 2 different shops, issues with the head, the turbo, the intake manifold, and a bunch of other parts that I hadn't planned while initially tearing down the vehicle. The turbo came back 6 months late, my intercooler kit didn't fit properly, but today is finally the first day after all of those years of work and dedication that we're getting a cold start.
Hey guys, welcome back to Tank Garage. My name is Frank and I will be the man behind the camera. Today, 4 years in the making, we're hopefully getting a cold start and first drive on my 2006 Volvo S60R project. This feels completely surreal. I can't even begin to think that this moment is actually happening. The S60R is on the finish line. We've got everything buttoned up. Everything is back on. There's 2 little things that we need to figure out, which would be the charge pipe and the downpipe, which were unfortunately not to the right specifications, shall I say. The kit was supposed to be fully bolt on, and the charge pipe unfortunately doesn't reach in the back end to the turbo V-band. It's a little dark, but you guys get what I'm saying. Charge pipe doesn't bolt up directly to the V-band, and the exhaust is broken. So we have to fix the downpipe with a new flex, and then we should be good to go and ready to start this bad boy. Sorry for the lack of filming updates on this beast. I know I've slacked the content, and I've also slacked working on it. So like you guys know, a couple of months back, I decided to bring here the car at V Performance. I wanted to say again, a huge shout out and thank you to Andy, because this was a complete mess. Bag of bolts, bag of things. You did it for me, of course. That's not something that you want to do to a garage, and I always am sorry about bringing a car in pieces to a place. Yeah, I was running out of ideas, and the last shop, unfortunately, that worked on this car did a bunch of things like break my downpipe, and yeah, it wasn't the best. I wasn't aware that the downpipe was broken all the way until I saw the boxes a couple of years back, and then parts were starting to pile up, and I was like, I gotta get this car back on the road. So huge thank you again to Andy over at V Performance. This thing's gonna drive again, guys. First time in 4 years, so let's get to work. We got Ellie from Spark Welding that's gonna come and do some welding for the charge pipe and the downpipe, and then hopefully put the coolant in, start it up, see how it runs, see if there's any leaks, flush the oil, let it warm up, of course, for like maybe half an hour, flush the oil, and put brand new oil, brand new filter, and yeah, we can get to having some fun with this thing. So Andy's gonna give me a ride in a 540-ish wheel horsepower MK4. Look at this thing. This thing's gonna scream. We're gonna go for a ride along. Jeez! Wow! This thing's insane! Wow! Oh man, goosebumps, goosebumps. That sound, the tires spinning. When the boost starts ramping up, wow. What a car, guys. Holy. I don't think my R is gonna be this fast, but I can't wait to feel this in my own car. Look at this setup, guys. All built in-house here by Andy. What a work of art. Look at that thing. Goosebumps machine. This thing, oh my God, my ears. Holy. So here's where we're at now. The kit unfortunately didn't fit whatsoever. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna extend the part that goes into the intercooler right here. We're gonna make it go a little bit higher. This bolt right here won't work anymore, so we're gonna have to fab a new bracket, which down the line is gonna be done. We did some measurement with some hockey pucks to make sure that we clear the motor mount, which is right here, that supports on the strut towers. So we're gonna go up here. We're gonna use that same piping, but we're gonna have to weld a straight, as you can see right here, and then a 45-degree angle that's gonna come up here like that, which should tie everything together. And then we're ready. Cool and fill, cold start. Pull out the plugs for the injectors, give it a couple starts just to get oil everywhere in the engine, since the whole top of the engine is brand new. And then plug everything back in, cross our fingers, and see if there's any oil leaks. I'll show you guys how it looks like soon. Took a little break in the meantime, guys, to go clean the S80 V8 because I got a photo shoot tonight, and I come back to the S60R on the lift. So the charge pipe is done. Ellie's finished everything. Now we're on to the downpipe. So the big issue was, I'm gonna try to come here and film the boys and show you guys where is the flex. The flex doesn't exist anymore, but this is the downpipe. That's the new flex. The old flex doesn't exist anymore. So we're gonna be readapting this flange to the piping that was already there. This is gonna be a temporary solution because I'm gonna be coming back maybe at the end of the year or next year with Ellie here, and we're gonna redo this entire exhaust. This is a Eurosport exhaust that you guys remember that was installed by the previous owner, but I mean, we need something a little louder. It's got a big boy right here and a big resonator. So it is catless, of course, no cats, directly to the turbo. But man, this thing is coming together. We can see the intercooler. Don't mind this little bracket here. Old owner did that. Look at the big boy intercooler right here. We can see it through the grille in the front. Man, this thing is gonna be sick. So the downpipe is all done, quick fix. It works, the welds are good. So now the only thing that we're missing is a little bit of 3-inch tubing to connect to the resonator. We did decap the exhaust, which I thought was already catless, because while we were doing everything, we realized that, yeah, the caps inside are no bueno anymore. It's like floating around, and it was probably gonna cause a bunch of issues or get clogged and just blow up my engine. So that's done. The charge pipe is done. Unfortunately, I'm not getting a cold start today. You guys are getting a cold start in this video. I'll be coming back this week, or the weekend now, so working after hours to try and get this ready. Next week should be the first cold start for you guys. It's maybe right after this, maybe not. I'll show you guys the charge pipe and then we'll see where the video takes us. So here is the adapted charge pipe. Yeah, it's not connected, don't worry guys, it's just put on there and it fits now. So new welds, we get it out. Maybe not, after we'll get it out. So this whole section from there on out is new and now it fits. The bracket is gonna have to be done again. As you can see, it's way too high. So in another video, we're gonna cut, but it seems to be pretty solid. So I don't even think we'll need the bracket. We're gonna do one, but I don't even think we need one. Now we're gonna do a test with the strut bar. Yeah, it clears. Alrighty guys, we are 3 days later. Tuesday, last video you guys saw was Saturday. Everything's ready to do the official first cold start. Like I said, it's normal guys if it doesn't go the way that we are expecting it to go. I mean, this is the first start in literally 4 years. Everything has been flushed, everything has been refilled. We've got the important stuff off to make sure that there's no oil leaks here. We've got everything connected, everything ready, like you guys saw in the last video. So now it's time to put the key in and start it for the first time in 4 years. This kind of makes me nervous, but we got no choice guys. You gotta do it. So first start guys is gonna be with the fuel pump relay off. We just want to get oil up inside of the head since of course the entire head has been rebuilt. Everything is brand new except for the block. So let's do it. So there was still gas left, of course, in the injectors. So we did get a little bit of a start. We know she starts because we did get spark. Now the fans are gonna get on and we're gonna get the actual first cold start on the S60R. Oh my God! First time in 4 years, the S60R is officially back, guys. We have a lot of things to do yet. The fuel pump, the injectors, we've got a bunch of stuff like changing the mass airflow sensor. We still got stuff to do, but this was the huge first step in getting this car ready. Oh, the sweet catless sound. Of course, like I explained to you guys, we are now catless. There was a sports cat on it. Now we're gonna go check inside of the engine bay, smell for any oil leaks, look for any oil leaks. There is a little bit of smoke coming off the back that should be probably normal with all of the greases and the things that are gonna burn off, but everything looks good. The idle is very, very smooth. We are on stock injectors and fuel pumps, so nothing should be going bad. We're just not gonna go into boost, of course, so under 3,000 to 4,000 RPM. The pistons didn't go through the block, so that's a good thing. The timing is perfect. Everything should be good. We're gonna let her warm up, guys, and then we're gonna give you guys a couple of revs of my S60R Beast. She runs like a dream right now, guys. We did realize that the alternator is currently not charging, so she's on the booster pack. That's gonna be, of course, something we can test. The alternator hasn't been running in pretty much years from now, so very normal. It's something that can happen. Easily-ish accessible. Just gotta remove the charge pipe and some stuff, but we're gonna have to get to that. Of course, you guys see the box for the intake is not there. Little issue with the snap kit, the mass airflow sensor that came with the kit, which was supposed to be fitting, didn't fit inside of the boost. So this is the stock mass airflow sensor with the whole piping, which was 3.5 inch, if I'm not mistaken. So she's gonna get more than enough air and it will be sealed off, of course. With that, we have our bong here for the water meth, which not installed yet, down the line. I just wanted to make sure the car is all A1, everything. Start fixing the little details, the little things before we start diving deep into the big power. This year is gonna be more testing, and then hopefully next year is gonna be when we're gonna see the full big power of this thing with the manual swap. One thing at a time, guys, but I can't be more happy to finally hear this car 4 years later. That was 4,000 RPM, guys. 4,000 RPM. And this thing is already rowdy, like really, really rowdy. I can't wait, man. There's a long, long ways to go. You guys do hear that little noise. That's something with my muffler, unfortunately. Can you guys hear that? That's the muffler. We did do some testings when we welded the downpipe with Ellie, and unfortunately there is some debris in my muffler or something that's broken. You guys can hear that little clanging sound. We're gonna have to change it in the future, but I mean, it's all part of the process, guys. I knew a lot of things would have, you know, broken and needed to replace anyway, so you gotta do what you gotta do. This is such a surreal moment, guys. I finally get to hear what is 4 years in the waiting. I do understand that this type of modification shouldn't be taking 4 years, and I completely agree with you guys, but you have to remember, this was my actual first car that I started working on it. I dismantled most of the engine bay in my driveway with my friends with basic home tools, and then years passed, motivation went down, life came through, because I do have a life outside of cars. But now we're back, and we're so back. Couple of things to fix, of course. We do believe the alternator is shot. There's a very good chance. I mean, the car hasn't ran in years, so there's a very good chance the alternator is shot. The alternator wasn't getting any voltage or generating any voltage, so we were running on the booster pack right then and there. A couple little things to button up, clean the engine bay, put oil in the front transfer case, and then we should be ready for the official first drive of my S60R. I can't believe I'm saying this, that we're actually about to go in days on the first drive, the first real drive of this beast that's gonna be making tons of power in the long run. For now, probably gonna be doing about 300, 350 wheel horsepower, you know, breaking everything in, do a bass tune, start driving it, get a couple of, you know, flushes in, all of the coolant stuff off the things, make sure everything is nice and tidy, and then we're gonna get to the good stuff, the power, the big power. New wheels, new suspension, new front lip, a good detail because this thing is absolutely nasty. I don't know where the video cut off, guys, but I was explaining all the things with the engine bay in the rear, the cake rotors, the dirty here, the dirty there. Man, this car completed all in one piece. This is honestly by far the sexiest car I've ever owned and will probably ever own. Like, look at this thing. It's like a monster truck right now with the stock fitment and the stock wheels, and look how clean this thing is, man. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. The side profile, look at that front side profile. The rear, once we get that lower, with the diffuser, with the side skirts, everything. This is a JDM Volvo. Like, this is what you would imagine a JDM European car would look like, with those big chaser style side skirts. And man, this is the perfect Volvo, and I don't think anybody can say anything against it. Once the manual swap is in and everything is done, a 6-speed manual, 450-ish wheel horsepower, Swedish 5-cylinder. It's the perfect car. It's the RS3 we never got, and this is miles better in my opinion. So a huge thank you once again to everyone that has made this cold start possible. Andy, Dave, the whole team here at V Performance, everybody that has helped me through messages, especially Mech, the man that stick through it all. He was sick and tired of not seeing this car drive, so he's the one that really pushed me to finish it this year, and I just had to bring it to the shop and get it done, guys. Like, I know you guys would have probably wanted content out of my place, me working on the car, but to be completely honest with you guys, all the work that they've put into this, I've been here hundreds of times in the last few months, bringing parts, explaining, trying to find what was wrong. There were things that weren't meant to be going that went there. We had to adapt the charge pipe. You guys remember at the beginning of the video, this little charge pipe right here, that little elbow, that weld, and that weld did not exist. It stopped right there. We had a ton of things to complete before this could actually drive for the first time, but we're there, guys. We're there. Next video, first official drive, the second cold start, and some rev, and maybe we're gonna check what wastegate we put on, but I believe we might be able to get some sound clip while driving. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.